Okay, my name is Cleoppar Ephanto Mwasasi, and I'm coming from Mombasa County. I live in Mombasa County, Jomvu Sub-County, and I'm a person living with disability. My lower left limb is the one that is having a disability that was caused by, I might say, a medical accident, because it was an injection that touched on my nerve, a core nerve that is supposed to be operating my leg. I'm also a member of an OPD, an organization of persons living with disability, which is called a Community United for the Advocacy of the Child, in short, COMUTAC. This is a CBO that operates from Jomvu Sub-County within Mombasa County. I chair this organization. This organization deals with all categories of people living with disability, all categories of disability. What motivated me to begin doing advocacy for people living with disability, it all started with myself. Because during my time when I caught up with disability, the stigma was very high, first of all. That's when I was a boy child. The stigma was very high. And also awareness was very low in the community. So we grew up in a very difficult situation. So when I went through my academic period, I decided to do advocacy so that the community can be able to understand that we people living with disability are human beings like any other. And also we need attention, we have feelings, we have needs that need to be addressed in the same way as the other members of the society. The organization that I chair was formed in 2014, and since that time, it has created a lot of impact. One, in the society. Also, it has also impacted the people living with disability themselves to be able to outgrow disability, because the people living with disabilities also, most of us could not understand what disability is to us. So now our organization has done a lot to make sure that the people living with disability, first, we should accept ourselves as we are, and then accept also to live with this condition. Now, in the community also now, the stigma has gone down. Now we can mingle freely, very freely with the society. We are now recognized as part of the society, and even we are invited in forums where before we were not being seen as eligible to attend, but nowadays we appear in every committee where discussions that are crucial to the development of We didn't know the impact, in fact, until when an adult person lost his eyesight at age 41. Now, without knowing it, we got visitors in our office. And then when they came, they introduced the subject to us. So we went into the responsibility of linking this person to the organizations that can able to rehabilitate him, so that he can be able to live with the lost eyesight at adulthood. And now this person is already undergoing rehabilitation, and we are very, very grateful for that. And if it were not for our advocacy and maybe the society realizing that we are there for people living with disability, they could not have thought of us as a solution to this person, adult person who was had lost his sight at adulthood and did not know what to do at that particular moment. So our efforts to link him with the organizations that could be able to rehabilitate him so that he can be able to live without sight for the rest of his life, it created a very, very big impact on this and the life and the family of this young man. Okay, the biggest challenge that are facing people living with disability in Kenya, I would say there are several, but all of them are rolled up in the lack of a county disability legal framework. Because if we can be able to get that law in place, let's say a county disability act for all the 47 counties in Kenya. Now, in the structure of the county government, there will be a fully fledged office, department that deals with disability. So they will be better placed to address these issues that face people living with disability better, because every year a budget will be allocated to address these challenges, rather than addressing one at a time. Say education, we have a challenge in education, we have a challenge in access to education, access to health, access to economic empowerment, access to infrastructure, transport system, sports and whatever. But then all these now are chronicled in this act or in this bill that is yet to be passed. So if all the 47 counties will have this bill enacted, then people living with disabilities will also be able to enjoy their life as required by nature. Assistive technology has helped people living with disability a great deal. In fact, we partner with donor organizations. We are ready to partner with donor organizations who donate these assistive devices to people living with disability. And in a big way, those people who could not even move about their daily life now can move around because they have the assistive devices at hand. Let's say wheelchairs. There are people who could not even walk. They could just crawl in the house. They could not even move 20 yards away from their homes. But now they can move around the community, also enjoying the scene like anyone else, because now they can move easily, and even the people who assist them can move them around very comfortably. Currently, we have policies, but these policies do not help us, because once these policies are violated, there's nothing you can do to enforce or take somebody to court because of that. So it remains a problem without a concrete solution. But then if we can have a legal framework in the counties, all the 47 counties, that is enforceable, then we are sure also to be living in a life whereby we can enjoy the fruits of liberation alongside all the other citizens.